on a not so sunny day or sunny afternoon. Great to have you join us on the show today. Well, it's the last Monday in the month of... What month is this? April. Yeah, exactly. So it's 8th of April. So how many days do we have now before the end of the month? So we just have like 2 more days to go. And April will be done. I'm sure you're already feeling it. You know, the end of the month kind of vibes. There's something that actually goes with it for workers. Is salary week. Yeah, that feeling. For some people are actually not happy when salary week comes. You know why? Because they've actually spent their salary before it arrived. They feel like, is there a way that this my money will still get to me and I will not have to pay the people I'm owing? You're the one that went to do loan me. You took things on credit. Pay up. By the time you receive that your salary, pay people. Don't speak English again. Don't say any other thing. Your mother is not sick. There's nobody in the hospital. Pay people. I don't even know why I'm saying this right now, but you know. Okay, so there's something else you need to also remember. It happens every day on this show. We have 2 draws on the show today. 25k each for 2 persons is up for grabs. Who knows? It just might be you winning 25k, or it might be you. All right. So if you've not entered the one play draw for today, get on board quickly, like sharply. No time to be wasted here. Oneplay.ng. Type that in your browser and select Nigeria Infonet 2.3. Buy your ticket, 500 naira. Or you can use the USSD code, which is *347 *880 *6#. Now, in case you're having any issues with actually making payment, still dial that code with your phone so that your number can be registered. All right. And then you can have a POS agent help you do the transfer of just 500 naira. All right. But please do not use the phone number of the POS person to register, because if you do and the person's number wins, that person we're going to call and the person might not remember to call you back. All right. So please do the right thing. Oneplay.ng or *347 *880 *6#. Okay, it's a Monday. Let's talk about improving quality of life. Yeah, that's what I want us to discuss today. All right. So I came across a particular thread on X. Don't worry, I don't live on X. I just like to go there and just look. I'm always going to X. Oh God. Anyway, so I was looking through that thread and I saw comments. People were sharing some of the things that made their lives so much better. And they even wished they started doing those things earlier or sooner than when they actually started. You know, things like reading books. With smartphone, a lot of people find it really hard to read. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of articles. There are just lots of things that actually get your attention and you think that you're reading, but finally, you have actually not been reading. Okay, so some people talked about reading books. All right. And some other persons mentioned quitting weed. I even saw some people doubting the first person who said he quit smoking weed. They were like, nah, it's not possible and all that. But some other person said, no, I also quit smoking weed and my life has changed. And some persons were asking, how did you do it? How is that even possible? And then the guy says, well, finally, nobody forced the weed into your mouth. You're the one that started it one day, some time ago. So you can still tell yourself, I can stop it. He said, no pastor, no parent, no spouse can help you do this. You're the one who will have to take this decision yourself. And then some other persons talked about, from toxic people who were just draining their lives. For some people it was a relationship. Some others, I'm talking about romantic relationship. Some others it was just certain kind of people that were just there, not adding anything, always collecting. They just had to say, enough! Everybody, find your tents. Let me stay in my own tent. Okay, so that also, a lot of things people were actually sharing. It was pretty beautiful, just reading through all of that. Most times when we're talking about goals and plans for the year, most of the plans, go towards money. What are you doing to make more money? Grab that money, hustle, make that money. But there are things that actually help your life, in such a way that you can even focus better to make that money. It's not just about pursuing the money, right? So you make all the money, but you have people around you who are just draining you. You will not enjoy the money. Okay. And then some other lady said something I also found a bit, shocking is the word for, this expression. She said that moving back to Nigeria saved her from depression. She said literally, depression won't wound me, won't kill my papa pikin. She said I had to relocate. Like she jackpad to the America and re-jackpad to Nigeria. And you needed to see the responses under her own reply. And it was, a lot of people just couldn't believe her. But hey, she said, hey, to each his own. This is me. Another guy said moving or relocating abroad, actually moving to the same USA that somebody ran down to Nigeria from. He said moving to the USA was something that really helped his life. And he wished he had the money and the resources to do it sooner than when he did it. And some other person said, listening to the radio has really improved his life. He said, listening to the radio helped him to learn so much that he never knew before. And that was another one that had a lot of responses, another comments that had a lot of responses. And people were asking, radio ko, how radio? And then, it really made me smile because the guy was actually texting from Lagos and he made reference to the sunny side in Lagos, our Lagos station. And he said, people don't know that there are just a lot of educational programs on radio. They think they're only talking politics. He said, you people don't know what you're missing. And some others who are also radio fans commenting under his response. It was beautiful, really. Yeah, and there were also some other things, like the usual stuff that some of us really would take for granted, like maybe taking a walk, enough rest, cutting off soda, and generally setting boundaries. So, yeah, enough of all these things that people were sharing. So I'm just trying to give you an idea of what I mean by improving your quality of life. So I want to throw the question to you now. What improved your quality of life so much that you wish you had started doing this thing sooner? Is there anything like that in your life right now? It could be something as little as you've told yourself, you know what? I like bread. I love bread. I have no beef for bread, but no more. It could be something as simple as, you know what? I like to gist, I like film, but you know what's going to happen? I need to sleep, and I have started sleeping early so that my body will be happy. Little things like that. They may not look, like a great feat, but can actually help to improve your quality of life. So talk to me now. What has improved your quality of life? Something that you started and you wish you started doing this sooner. And then if you're still on the way, you're still working on it, what are the small changes that you are trying to make to get there? All right, let's talk. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0007. And then, of course, I would like to get your messages, and that's via WhatsApp. Send those to 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. It's time to talk and get on Facebook. We're live there, Nigeria Phonetics 2.3 PH. Let's have your comments. What are those things that you've started, or just one thing that you have started that has improved your quality of life? La 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 la. Someone is on WhatsApp beefing me. He says, Constance, now me you they talk to directly about salary and owing people. I think do I know? I'm just talking as the spirit leads. Shall pay people when your salary lands. Don't give excuses. Okay, we have Sylvester calling in. Sylvester is calling from Port Harcourt. Hello, Sylvester. Welcome aboard.
Sylvester from Port Harcourt.
All right, go on.
All right. So, what I'm just trying to contribute is about gambling.
What do you mean by gambling? Like you used to go to those small shops that have white curtain in front.
That kind of a thing. They know the curtain side. This one is more civilized with dangerous.
What do you mean by civilized?
Like, you look like what you're doing is like like you're doing the right thing. Since it's legalized, it's not like going to play what is open or non-competitive, but this is a legalized gambling, but it's an act. So for me to stop it at least for a couple of months, I'm able to, the real me is back.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a lot. Many people, it's a too much concern. Many youths, it's very, very addictive. Like it's an act.
So I feel like you're not telling us, Sylvester.
Yeah.
Silva, you're the one that called, though. So you have to tell us exactly what you mean by civilized gambling.
All right.
For example,
what I mean is like,
don't explain. Give me names.
No, do you know best?
Which one is civilized gambling again? What's all this? Okay, now I get what you mean. Wow. So you've not done that for how many months?
Like 2 months. Like I sometimes do on daily basis.
Wow. So how has it helped you? How has it improved your quality of life? You say you have the real you is back. How come?
For instance, I'm the one calling. If I'm still doing it, I won't be able to listen to radio. I don't have time for radio. I can't call. I don't know what's going on.
Oh. Okay. Now I understand. It takes all your attention.
Yes. Everything about was not gambling. Just don't tell me anything. Just tell me. You want me to listen? Just tell me about gambling. Then, at least.
Wow. That's incredible. Wow. Thank you very much for sharing, Sylvester. Sam is calling from PH Town. Hello, Sam.
Yeah, my one beautiful sister. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
One habit that I've just formed, which has added great value to my life, is the habit of daily saving. Before now, I told people sometimes ago that they can actually save part of their daily income in order to efficiently pay their rent and all those things like that. You can calculate how much their rent is in a year and how much it can be saving per day. Then maybe you pay your rent. So sometimes ago I began to make contributions here and there. The first one, sometimes I will save up to $500,000. I will take 500,000, 500,000, 250,000, different thousands like that. The other day I just checked and I saw that I have already, for now, have some thousands that I have sweatlessly saved.
Wow.
So it is a habit that I formed, which is significantly impacting my life, and I give thanks and praise to God for that.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Sam. Wow, that's incredible as well. So 2 very significant moves. One person started saving daily. Because he's a daily income earner and he's been saving like that. And then the other person said, I have stopped gambling for at least 2 months and my real self is back. At least now I'm calling on the radio. I'm calling into a radio show. Before now, I couldn't do that. Why? Because the gambling took all my attention. That is incredible. Wow. So you tell me, it's your turn now. All right. What have you started doing, to improve your quality of life? It was last week that someone was telling me about taking long walks. We're just discussing, he's a colleague. So he was talking to me about, losing weight and how much he really would love to lose weight. And, he's been taking long walks and all whatnot, just so that it can help to speed up the process for him. This person likes bread, Sha. Oh my God. He likes bread a lot. Oh my goodness me. But that was actually something beautiful, For some people, taking a long walk or walking is not a problem for them. It's normal. They walk a lot. But there are people that taking that walk, actually moving your legs and walking a long distance. They can't remember the last time they did something like that. There are people like that. So that could just be what you need. For all those small pains that you feel on your waist, on your back, somewhere around your thighs, somewhere in your ankle, somewhere up there on your shoulders. Those small necessary pains that just come and go. They're just all over, scattered around your body. It might just be small exercise. You don't even need much. You don't even need to go register in any gym for anything. You just need to take a long walk. Perhaps every evening after work, you get home, and before you have a bath, you just park your car, come down, greet your yard people. By yard people, I mean your family, right? And then walk outside. Perhaps after you've given the kids, if you're married and you got kids, after you've given your wife and kids, or your husband and kids, whatever, or before you even enter the house properly, just step outside, take a walk around your neighborhood, and then you come back and then enter the house, have a bath. Maybe that's just what you need to improve your quality of life, because you're so stressed out. And as I'm saying this right now, you might be feeling like, after all the work I've done, after all the brain tasking, everything, and then driving in traffic and cussing everybody, and after all of that, I should come and start walking on top. Cuckoo Kimina. All right, do it. If it does not work, do it for like 1 week. If it does not work, don't do it again. Maybe that's just what you need, so you stop becoming cranky when you get home. You're just angry at everybody. Why? Money is not the problem. You're stressed out. You need exercise. Who's on the line? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Loyal Man.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Ubansin, calling from Puerto Rico.
All right, Ubansin, I'm listening. Please go on.
Okay. One attitude that really tough that has improved my life, in fact, 30% of my life, is being too much engrossed in my work.
Please explain further.
Where I was working, I used to call me as a Jackie. So I thought maybe it was I was helping myself. I work very early in the morning. I go close very late. In fact, if the last work, my table is not has not been finished, I barely want to go home. You see, it took my time, took my sense of belonging. I don't associate with anybody. Just work, social life zero. I don't even rest. So until something happened in those days, I decided that what is really happening that nobody, since I'm alone with this to an extent. Family, I'm not even thinking of that. Friends, nobody, I don't care, just work. When I decided to rest, after some time, I discovered that it started looking better, started looking good, even with the same food, started making friends, started having time with people. I started feeling like if I've gotten myself back, that something that was lost to me that I started getting back.
Wow.
So then I realized that every work without play is actually a very bad thing. It doesn't make somebody good. So now, sometimes I will just take excuse from work. Sometimes I'll say that I'm sick, I'm not sick, I will just laugh at sleep. Sleep, wake up. So I feel better, I feel good, and I feel as if I'm in the society, not started from the society. So that is the attitude I feel that really thought that stepping needs to be.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Ubansin.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Wow, that is so beautiful. Like, really beautiful. Once upon a time, they used to say, you work too much. You too like work. Yeah. When you're working like that, you just want to give it your all. You want everything to come out perfect. You want everything to, you just, I don't know, there's this sense of, I'm doing well, that you feel when you're so involved in work. Work. That's the only thing you're doing. Until you actually give yourself a break. And I find out that, wow, I'm like, wow, I feel better. Your skin will start glowing. Some people think they need skincare. I say, Kai, if I just get a particular amount of money, I need to maybe just go to one of those dermatologists or a cosmetic shop and actually just buy different kinds of soaps and scrubs, and I just need. That's not what you need, though. that money that you're still trying to gather, maybe what you need is rest. Anonymous here says, a lot, oh. But the ones I will say, putting myself first, trusting my intuition, even over common sense, stopping people pleasing, leaving Nigeria when I left, following the career path that showed itself to me, but I definitely did not plan, returning to Nigeria at the exact time I did, getting married to whom I married. Funny enough, I now have a passport of the country I jackpad to, then jackpad from, because of who I married to. I think it's funny yet ironic, because I honestly don't think I would have gotten the passport on my own if I had not come back to Nigeria. That's from Anonymous. So wow. Oh wow. Well, in case you just tuned in, this is the Sunny Side, and we're having a conversation about improving our quality of life. Improving quality of life, that's what we're discussing. And so I'm asking you, what have you started doing that has improved your quality of life, that maybe you even wish you started doing this thing sooner? Like, if they had told me, if someone had explained this thing to me, I would have been doing it since. Like, why am I just learning about this? Or maybe it's something you've been doing for a very long time, but nobody really knows that it's something that you're doing. But you know, like the man that said he started saving daily. He earns money daily, and so he started saving some amount every single day. And it's not something he just started this year. It's something that he started a while ago, and it's really working for him. So his mindset initially was to save his house rent. So that no, when the year is coming to an end, you now carry high BP and put in one side of your chest and be waiting. So that when the year finally runs out, you will not say, oh yeah, BP, come, it's time to do work. It's time to pay rent. Money is not there. But you earned a lot of money within the year. Where did they go to? Some people can actually sit you down and narrate all they spent that money on, and it will sound reasonable. But if we really x-ray your life, we would see that you could have saved up that your house rent before the year ran out. You could have. All you needed was a little bit of discipline. But no, you won't be disciplined. Everybody that coughs and meets you, for that Christmas, you drop something. Anything that you crave, you tell yourself, I beg, this body no be firewood. And I mean, make the money man chop and kwan. This life is not 2 times. You will now chop and kwan. You keep buying and buying and buying. Some men, I'm sorry I'm using the men as an example, but you know, they're the ones that usually do this. There's this thing they like to do to themselves. They like to feel like, let it be said, even though there's nobody there to say it, because they're the ones that will still tell you. Let it be said that they are a good father, in quotes. And what they call being a good father, in quotes, is buying things that their children did not even ask for. There are those ones that buy everything their kids ask for. And then there are those ones that will buy the ones the kids ask for and the ones the kids never even imagined. They buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. Bombard those kids with a lot of gifts. So that when men are discussing how life is not easy for a man, they too have something to say. I'm looking at you. May God help you. Be packing BP in one part of your chest and waiting for when it will say, excuse sir, don't you think it's time for us to also manifest, because you have been doing your own thing since it's our turn? All right, let's see. Hi, Muriel. Welcome, Muriel.
Hello, Auntie. Good afternoon.
Miriam, what are you selling, I beg? I'm asking what you're selling.
You want to buy?
Shall tell me, let's know first. Maybe we'll have buyers on air.
I'm a business tycoon. I'm not slow, so I sell.
Okay. That's good.
It's about saving, you know.
No, it's generally about improving your quality of life. People are sharing what they've been doing, that's improving their quality of life.
Okay, yeah. Well, what I decided to do was I tried to do this contribution. Where I work, I do, and for my business as well, I do at my business place. Constance, it has helped me marvelously. My goodness. So I know that every month at the end of the month, when salary comes, that one will go for another contribution for there. Then the business to contribution, and I try to do people that they owe me monthly. And I sell to people that do this government staff. So I will be paying them at the end of the month. I know that when I gather from there, I now put contribution there too. So it has helped me. I don't even bother about shopping. I don't even bother. I'm even doing extension, trying to expand because of this personal savings.
Wow.
I see cool photos. I see flex. I see enjoy myself. You know, we can't do without that. Me, I believe in enjoyment. Yeah, I do. But you see this discipline, I do it. These two sides, so that I know that my rent, everything, nothing. It doesn't shake me to do anything, to even expand. It doesn't shake me.
Wow.
So that's how that's what I do to help myself. I don't depend on them. I just enjoy my life.
Abby.
No matter how small it is, I do. Thank you, MC.
Thank you so much for sharing. Business tycoon Muriel. She says she's a business tycoon. I mean, we have to re-echo it for her. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Well, at this time, I'm just going to have to remind you that there's going to be 2 draws on the show today. And all you have to do is type in your browser oneplay.ng. And of course, select Nigerian phone at 2.3 PH and buy your ticket for 500 naira. Or you can use the USSD code, which is *347 *880 *6#. All right. So what does it even mean to improve your quality of life? It simply means making changes that, make you feel better, that make you live better, that make you enjoy life more. It could be physically, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally, it could be socially, it could be financially, it could be occupationally. Yeah. Maybe something has been making your work suffer, and you stopped it. And now you can focus more and actually do your work. So you can find out what it is and let it go. Or you find out what it is you need to add to improve your work. And then you add that to what you're already doing, and boom, you're better for it. So improving your quality of life is simply just doing things or making choices that just increase your happiness, increase your peace, your comfort, even your health, your learning, or your sense of purpose. Like the young man who said he reduced workaholicness. Okay, that word I strongly doubt if it exists in the dictionary, but it sounds nice, right? Workaholicness. Oh, Jesus. I don't think there's anything like that. But what I'm just saying is that the man shared that he stopped working too much, and it actually increased his sense of purpose. Now he can socialize better, he can feel better, he can think better, he looks better. Why? Because now he's taking a lot of rest. Then the little things like sleeping better, eating healthier, just consciously surrounding yourself with good people, or maybe learning new skills. It might not necessarily be a big skill, the kind of skill that you're thinking about, scaling up. So let's go and learn digital skills. It might not necessarily be for all that. You might not need to be thinking scaling up anything. You just want to do something that just helps you become better. There's a thrill that comes with learning something new. Yeah, there's a thrill that comes with it. You might not need to apply it anywhere. You might not even have any immediate plans for application of that thing. There's a lot of pressure in the world today. They make it seem as though everything doing in this life has to be, with this kind of perfect, aligned, step-by-step future plan for it. If you're going to learn a new skill, it must be something you're planning to use when you jackpot something. This kind of stuff. A lot of pressure. It's beautiful, it's good, but you could also just learn something new. And it could just be something that would help remove your mind from every other thing that's putting pressure on you. So you're learning something that you are not learning so that you can get certificates. There's a pressure that comes with knowing that you have to write an exam, you have to show working per se. There's a pressure that goes with it. But if you're learning something because I just want to learn this thing, it's like you're playing. Or you're learning something. You're picking up a skill. You're just picking up the skill. It can help improve your quality of life. So I just mentioned it's just in these little things. Or it could be in big things, like changing careers. You're the one who knows that the particular job you're doing, you're not finding fulfillment. You're the one who knows. You might be doing so well. Everybody will be applauding you, but you're not doing so well. Within you. You could just be relocating. All right, let's run off now for trending stories. Afterwards, we'll continue. Stay tuned.
We are Nigeria Info. Nigeria, I'm listening. It's 1 o'clock.
This is Trending Stories on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello once again. It's Trending Stories. I'm Constance Irele Mega with the trends. Kenneth Okonkwo is trending. The actor turned politician, Kenneth Okonkwo. So he was speaking on Channels Television and he said that all results given to the Labour Party candidate, Peter Obi, in the last election were allocated to him by INEC. Uncle, what are you doing? He also alleged that all the results he saw in 2023 were mutilated. Your glass don't used to work that time. Anyway, that's what he said, and that's why he's trending. And trust social media people, they're coming for him. Cubana chief priest is also trending. It comes after a viral video showing when bouncers initially stopped popular Nigerian nightlife, nightlife or socialite, Cubana chief priest, from accessing the venue of the Headies Award yesterday. Now, the socialite was later seen in another viral video inside the venue exchanging pleasantries with the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. And Wizkid is trending. Well, some ex-users accused organizers of the Headies Award